Marcy, Ryan, the family says many questions about reopening the case are left unanswered. They even confronted DA Irene Garza this afternoon during a campaign forum. Now, Garza says there just simply isn't enough credible evidence to retry the case.
We're asking you a question. Hold on a second.
Family members of Irene Garza are demanding justice from Hidalgo County District Attorney Irene Garza. The beauty queen was murdered more than 50 years ago. Now they say it's time the case is reopened so all the evidence can be heard. But Naomi Sigler says the DA is not interested.
And he just pointed the finger and said, how are you going to feel when we no-bill this? And I was astounded. I mean, unless he's psychic, he's got a crystal ball, how could he be telling us the grand jury was going to no-bill it before he was even sat or picked?
Action 4 News asked Irene Garza why he hasn't taken action. He says that not all evidence can be admitted into court.
A clergyman, a priest especially, cannot testify about what was confessed to him.
When Garza arrived at this forum, we asked him if suspect and priest John Fight was in confession or if he had just admitted to appear that he played a role in the death of Garza. Garza tells us that was not clarified in the investigation. We spoke to former priest Dale Tashney, who says priest Fight spoke to him about a murder. At the time, Tashney did not know the name of the victim.
He left her in the bathtub and had covered her up with something so that she was not able to breathe easily. When he left, he heard her saying, "I can't breathe, I can't breathe." Those were actual words.
Tashney said Fight was not remorseful.
Did he feel guilty about anything? And he sat and he thought a bit, and then he said, no, nothing. The only thing that bothers me about it is the click, 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 click of high heels on a floor or a concrete. And the reason for that was the woman had high heels on that night.
Sigler says she wants to see Tashney testify before a grand jury and believes the only way that will happen is if there are changes in the county.
We are supporting Ricardo Rodriguez, but he has absolutely made no promises to us. We just see him as somebody that could give us a chance to have all the evidence presented to a grand jury. And in doing that, he would be giving Irene a chance, or maybe her last chance at justice.
Sigler says she won't give up. She's going to keep fighting until Irene's killer is brought to justice. Now, Garza says the case is decades old and there isn't enough credible evidence to reopen the case now. He says, however, if he had been the DA in the 60s, he would have tried the case himself. Live in the Hidalgo County Newsroom, I'm Ashley Custer, Action 4 News.